Hello there, and thank you so kindly for tuning in to Brown Eyes on this beautiful, amazing, wonderful day. Because remember, so is a man thinketh in his heart, then so is he. We are to think upon things that bring us a good report. We are to speak things that are not as though they were already. Well, here I am on this beautiful, terrific day. Um, My spirit is absolutely excited because I have welcomed grandbaby number 3, Miss Jabril. She's a beautiful thing. She's early, but she's here and she's a blessing nevertheless. So it's always a beautiful thing when you can be a part of life and you can see those things. It's like another generation. So I welcome her and I'm just thankful to be a part of that. But what I want to talk about today, and this is for the grown and mature, so that will be my disclaimer. If you're not mature minded, um, if you want to hear things sugar coated, whatever those safe things may be, then this may not be the video for you. And you can always just not listen to it. But first and foremost, this is my opinion, my story I'm sharing with you because I learned something significantly about me, Brown Eyes, that I don't know if I always knew that about myself, or as I began to grow older and mature mentally and spiritually, and I became more aware of it. But the thing that I have just noticed and realized about myself is that I'm not for the fuckery. And when I say the fuckery, I really mean, why is it that, and let me calm myself down and choose my words wisely, because everything I'm talking about, I really have the answer to, but I'm just sharing this with you, and I guess I'm kind of venting too. But I know that if I meet younger guys, I know what to expect because they're young men. They're at their peak. They're all about the S on their chest and conquering vaginas and, ruling the world with the penis and just getting it in, because their hormones are out there. They're still trying to find themselves. They're still trying to mature. I get that. So I'm not drawn to younger guys because without a doubt, they want the sex. Let's just be real. They want the sex. And it's okay, to each his own. But the problem I'm faced with is that I find myself noticing is that even when I meet a older guy, he wants the sex too. Now, as a Scorpio, first I have to say, as a Scorpio, I'm not just physically attracted to any and everybody. But what I am learning about me is that I can actually be attracted to you. I can care for you. I can even have love for you and still not be physically attracted to you, not in a sexual way. So, does it make me wrong because I have an emotional tie with you, or I can build an emotional tie with you, but I'm not sexually attracted to you? I mean, if you're meeting older men, and it's safe to say that if they're older, I'm getting older. We've had plenty of sex in our day and time. So the sex usually creates soul ties. We know that. But to be having sex just because of an ego trip, I can't get with that. So if we can be the best of friends, if we can really build on the best of friends, I'm talking about the emotional aspect, the spiritual connection, just being carefree and unjudgmentally in love with each other's energy and spirit. Yet, there is no sexual attraction there. So, is it okay or is it fair to discard the whole relationship because you want the sex, but there's not a mutual attraction there? There is an emotional attraction, there is a mental attraction, and there's even a spiritual attraction, but it lacks sexual attraction. So I gather that if I was to go against the grain, so to speak, and allow myself to be joined with someone, although I'm not sexually attracted to them, but I enjoy them as a person, I love them, I get them, I enjoy them, they're awesome to me, but I don't want to have sex with them. But just because he's a man and I'm a woman, he feels that we have to be intimate. Why is sex such a main factor in relationships? I can understand sex has to be in there if you're in a well, no, let me back up, because just think, some relationships have been together so long that one or both parties are having some type of health issues. They've lost the drive, because for the record, I have not lost my sexual drive, but I'm just not open emotionally to get engaged in a sexual relationship of any kind. It's not worth it to me. And see, what usually happens in that is if you're going against that just to please them, which you really don't have a sexual attraction there, then it's not going to last anyway. I'm not for the laying in bed all day long fucking you just so you can feed your ego, especially if you are an older gentleman and you know you have health issues, and you know, let's just be real, your body is not at its peak anymore. You know, you can enjoy life, but you don't need to add the stress to your body. But because you are in a friendship, emotional friendship, with an attractive opposite sex, you feel like you're less than a man if you don't fuck this person. That's not fair. All because you have an ego issue, because that's pretty much what it is. You have an ego issue. You want to get it in because you feel like, because you're up in age and you have a younger person around, you feel like she wants to get it in all the time. And I'm sorry, my mailman is walking up right now. No bills. If it's bills, it's the wrong address.
I gotta get them out of my hand.
You gotta get. You say you ain't paying them. Thank you. So, I'm not for it, y'all. I'm not. It doesn't make me a bad person. It doesn't make anyone else a bad person. It just means that we're missing so much out of life and what relationships really entail. I think relationships are what both parties make them to be. If I've never pursued you in any type of sexual way whatsoever, why would you continue to ignore the bond that we do have or could possibly have, and try to go outside of that and constantly press the issue of something more than what you know the other person wants? Somebody will come up short. Now, for the record, I'm not sexed up. I've had plenty of sex in my life. And what I had to learn this, y'all. I didn't know any better because I wasn't taught it. But what I did learn was that Anytime you put so much emphasis on the sex of a relationship or in a relationship, that's what you will eventually cling to in that relationship if nothing else is stable in that relationship. And then you begin to feel obligated to another person's body when you start having sex with them. And then you'll forget about the emotional connection. You'll forget about the spiritual connection. You will always want to play upon the sex. I tell you. So, I guess the moral of this little bitty rant story is there's so many different energies out here. There's always a like-minded person out there. But let me just give you a simple, humble word to the wise and a word of advice. Especially if you are older and you have lived your life and you have experienced some hard challenges in your life where you know something. Now is the last time to get mad because you can't stick your penis or try to stick your penis in the vagina when you need so much more going on in your life than a sex, than a irrelevant 5-minute or a hard-wrenching, laboring fuck. You hear me? It's not about that with me. If you can't find someone who you can spiritually connect with, someone who will wipe your ass when you get sick, someone who can meditate, can pray with you, can build you up and nurture you emotionally and mentally, but all you looking for is somebody to try to stick your dick in, then you're going to always run into the same old bullshit in your life, and I'm not for it because I don't have to be. I choose who's to lay with my body. And at this point, I'm not even concerned about the sex because the sex is only a bonus in any relationship, okay? So, I am specifically talking to someone, but if the shoe doesn't fit, then hey, don't put it on. But don't be emotional about somebody else's body. You can't get mad at somebody because they don't want to have sex with you, but they're still loving you. When all you have to do is just detach and go find that somebody instead of moping around here like a big-ass bitch, baby. You hear me? So, having said that, I thank you so kindly for tuning in to Brown Eyes on this rant. And I just had to get it off of my chest, Day. And to remember, so as a man thinketh in his heart, then so is he. We are to think upon things that bring us a good report. We are to speak things that are not honey as though they were. I ask that you please give me a big old fat thumbs up. Like this video. Give me a subscription if you like. Subscribe to my channel. Leave me a comment perhaps. What do you think about that? Can you be in a relationship without sex? Can you actually be attracted emotionally to a person and not be sexually attracted to them and still want to be in their life? That is possible, isn't it? I know I'm not off the cuckoo truck. I know that is real. It's just that a lot of times people are just so busy trying to prove things to their ego that they miss out on the finest things out of life. When they miss out on an emotional connection, something that can carry them through the longevity, a life partner, if you will. So having said that, thank you so kindly for stopping by, and I will talk to you another time.